What's up guys, we are at my buddy Devyn's house to work on his LS240. Hopefully we can get it running tonight. So we're back over at Devyn's. The last time we took the motor apart and he got everything back together, and now we're going to do a couple things to button it up because he's trying to somehow get this thing ready for next Friday, which is 6 days from now. So in 6 days it's got to go from this to a car. Half of the pistons are all in. So he's gonna be working on that, and I'll be doing the important stuff over here.
This one, I just gotta put it underneath the brake line, and then I'm gonna do a holder here, like in the middle. I got those little these guys, and then I just gotta flare it and then bend it up, and then there's this one.
So we'll make sure we'll focus on the windows today and your bash bar delete. So what I'm gonna do right now is get these window regulators. They're manual ones that were coming out of my 240, and I'm gonna trade with Devyn because he has power ones and he wants manual windows and I want power windows. So we're gonna pull the door card off and then take out the whole regulator assembly and then swap in the manual ones and do it for both doors. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Devyn's gonna be focusing on the motor. We got a lot of shit that we have to do to get this thing ready, but the goal is to have this thing start up tonight. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's slightly different than the manual ones, but we still have 2 bolts there, 2 there. We have to take these out because they're little clips that'll stop it from getting out the catch on these, and then we got to take all the wiring out. So I think I'm gonna start with getting all the wiring taken care of first, and also have to take the switch. So I got the manual one back in. We put the little handle assembly on. We've got these bolts are loose now because there's some adjustment. So we're gonna throw the window back in, and then we will adjust it, make sure it goes up and down without hitting, and tighten everything down. Look at that. We got working windows. So now I'll just do the other side real quick. So I got both of them done, and Devyn's actually trading me his bash bar, so I took it off. So this is gonna go on my 240. So my 240 is finally gonna get a bash bar, and this one was hit by Drift Slayer. So when he blew the trans, he got hit by the Tacoma. His bash bar literally went in the door. So put a little sticker on there. And at Willow Springs, Devyn hit the K-rail and that bent this in. But for me, I just don't have a bash bar at all. So this is a huge upgrade. And then we got a nice jack point. So I'm gonna take this home with me today. Devyn got the motor already. We just gotta go pick up some stuff. So once we get back, he'll get all that set up, and I'll probably just watch. So what I'm gonna end up doing now is putting his door cards back on. We went and we got some threaded inserts that we're going to put in the holes for them, and then we're going to use some 1/4-20 hardware because these clips are pretty bad. They're really cheap and they don't really hold very well, and he's missing a bunch, so we're just going to use some actual 1/4-20 hardware. So I'm going to get that taken care of. He's working on the motor. Once I'm done with that, we're going to be putting some arrow catch pins on his hatch the way I did on my 240. So we'll get that all set up. We're going to be mounting the actual pins down here, and then put the actual like catch assembly top. So now I'm getting the back end ready because I'm going to be putting these guys in the back on his hatch. I did these on my 240, but like over a year ago, so I have a video on that. You guys can take a look at that. I've been referring to that to try and figure out what the hell I did. But it looks like I marked right about there, just a little bit higher than this point and a little bit more in. We're going to drill that out so this bolt can go in there. Put it in upside down with some silicone or something on the top, so when we close it, it'll leave a mark on there. I have to cut this section out to fit all of this in there. So we're going to start with that. We're going to just cut out a big square. Okay, so I got this saddle done. Cut this to the right length so when we close it. And I still have to do this side, but I won't be filming that. But there's still so much to do. So I got both the arrow catch pins installed to 1141 and we still have the motor out of the car. Well, the motor is finally ready. It is now 2 in the morning, and we're gonna throw it in. Well, here we go. We got the trans on, the motor's ready to go. So we're gonna get it in, put all the intake and everything on, hook the harness up, get everything set up, hook the clutch line up, and start it up. And I think that's where we're gonna end for tonight. It is now 2:25 in the morning. I am extremely tired, but I want to see this thing start up. I want to see it run again. So we're gonna do what we can. Hopefully we can get it going. I mean, once it's in, it should work because everything worked before. And the only thing that's different is he got a different oil pan, a much better one than the CX Racing one that he had, because, you know, fuck CX Racing. But man, this T56 is really beefy.
Anything? The motor to the... Okay, right there.
Final update, it is 6 a.m. and we haven't started it. Ran into it. We spent like an hour trying to get the motor to sit back further, only to realize that then the drive shaft wouldn't fit and the trans mount would need to be modified, and then it didn't want to go back to where it was supposed to go. So it's running on 7 of 8 motor mount bolts. What is that, like 85%? Yeah, that's a B plus. That's good. That's good enough. But I got his wiper working. He's having some trouble with that. So wipers are. We got his door cards are all good. They're all solid now. They don't rattle. We got our arrow catch pins. So he went to bigger fans too. He was running the slim Nishimoto fans. These guys. And he's got some big boy fans. Got a nice name brand oil pan now. He did a sway bar narrowing kit for better wheel clearance, and it now the oil pan hits it. So he's got to figure out what to do about that. So he's got to finish his fire suppression system. He's got to make a firewall in the back. He's got to get his racing suit, put the harnesses in, get the Hans device. He's got to have his AccuSump, get all that set up. Steering column's just over here. He's got to do an alignment. For some reason you can't have window tint in the competition, so he's got to get the tint removed. Got to get a rear bash bar, throw a rear bumper on, make a front bash bar, throw a bumper on, do the fenders. He's got to cut the hood because the intake manifold, it sticks out. And then he needs a lot of tires. So if you guys want to help, I'll have his GoFundMe in the description. Oh, he also needs to remount his hydro because with the new seat, it hits the seat. So he's got to play with it and see how he can mount it and if he likes how he can mount it. So I think the easiest solution is probably going to be to have it on the other side of the shifter and angled towards him, so it's still like a natural pull towards you. It's just a little further away. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, and he's got 6 days. And he's also got to do a drive shaft loop. The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The most important part is the wiper setup's good, and he's got a spare motor just in case. You have a spare wiper motor. Just in case, you know, with these 90s Nissans, the wiper motors tend to go out. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I've been up for way too long. It's unfortunate we couldn't get it running, but he'll probably get it running later today. I'm gonna take a nap and then go home. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did. Comment down below, let me know if you guys think that he's going to make it to the drift competition Friday, which is 6 days from today. So do you guys think he's gonna make it? I think if nothing else breaks and he could get all the parts in time, he could probably pull it off, but we'll have to see what happens. But hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.